Hearing the word recession creates a feeling of discomfort for many. After all, recessions come with a lot of negatives. For instance, stock market declines, job losses, and more. But what does it really mean for your personal finances, and what can you do to still thrive financially during a recession? Preparing for a recession is essential to your financial security. Knowing how it affects the economy and your finances and taking key steps will help you during an economic downturn. In this video, we are going to get into what it all means and how you can prepare for a recession. But first, let's start the video with a short prayer to the YouTube. And please, smash the leakity like button for the appeasement of algorithm gods. So, what is a recession? Well, economies are cyclical. That means they go through periods of expansion and growth, as well as periods of decline known as recessions, or more severely, depressions. For example, you know about the Great Recession of 2008, triggered mainly as a result of the housing bubble in the United States. During a recession, there's typically a decline in industrial and trade activity. Some major implications that come with recessions include job losses and unemployment, a drop in real estate values, and the decline of investment values. And as a result, this decline can severely impact your personal finances. This is why it's essential for you to know how to prepare for a recession. That being said, regardless of whether there's a recession going on or not, life goes on and bills need to be paid. The last thing you need is for a recession to become a personal financial crisis for you. Here are 7 key tips to help you prepare your finances in the event of a recession. 1. Bulk up your emergency savings. As you work on recession-proofing your finances, it's very important to have emergency savings in place. In a recession, having an emergency fund can save you a lot of stress. It can also help you avoid becoming financially overextended or having to leverage debt just to get by. It's so important to save money. To start, you want to put aside 3 to 6 months of your basic living expenses in an emergency account in the unfortunate event that you become unemployed. And since recessions can be pretty unpredictable, aim to boost your emergency savings to 12 months of your basic living expenses. This will give you ample time to find a new job. But remember, jobs can be harder to come by in an economy experiencing a recession. Keep in mind that your basic living expenses are the essential things you need to survive, such as food, housing, core utilities, and transportation. Building your emergency fund is one of the most important steps when preparing for a recession. 2. Diversify your investments. Ever heard the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Well, the same line of thinking applies to your investments. It's important to have a well-diversified investment portfolio. That means your investments should not all be tied up in one stock or one real estate property. You want to make sure your investments are spread across multiple industries and areas. So if one industry or area experiences a decline, it doesn't sink your entire portfolio. For example, if you are invested in the stock market, you can spread your investments across multiple sectors such as consumer goods, healthcare, technology, etc. Mutual funds and index funds are both great ways to diversify. You can also choose to invest in the stock market, funds and bonds, the real estate market, and in small businesses. Whatever you invest in, be sure to do your research. Be clear on your investment objectives and understand your risk tolerance. This will create less panic for you if a recession comes along. A big mistake people make is that they start selling every investment they own when the economy dips. This is a bad idea. If you have a clear plan for your investments and you're in it for the long term, you are in a good place. Your investment is likely to weather a bad economy and come out on top. Talk to a financial advisor if you are confused or feeling stuck regarding what to do. Prepare for a recession by diversifying your investments wisely. 3. Pay off debt. The last thing you want to do is worry about having to pay off debt in a bad economy, especially with the increased rates of unemployment. Paying off your debt will save you a ton of money in interest payments. Plus, you'll also be able to put your extra funds toward bulking up your emergency savings and other financial goals. It's a good idea to focus on paying off your high-interest debt before you consider ramping up on investing. This is because if you have high interest debt, the cost of your interest payments may far exceed the return on your investment. 4. Learn how to budget and live within your means. Living within your means is the key to building wealth. It also means you eliminate having to leverage debt to live your life. No more using credit cards to pay your bills. Wondering how to prepare for a recession and live within your means? Learn how to budget and determine what budgeting style works best for you. Your budget will help you track your expenses, compared to what you earn, and highlight areas you can cut back on. Your ultimate goal should be to widen the gap between your income and expenses as much as you can. You do this by increasing your income and reducing your expenses. The money you have left over is money you can use toward the things that really matter to you, like your savings and investment goals. 5. Create multiple streams of income. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income, and for good reason. Creating multiple streams of income ensures that you increase how much you have coming in. It also acts as a buffer in case you lose a source of income. Is there something you're passionate about doing? Perhaps something you do that you get complimented on all the time. Consider turning it into a side hustle to generate some additional income. There are also a variety of recession-proof businesses you can consider. 6. Leave on one income and save the other. One of the savviest financial moves you can make to prepare for recession is shifting to leave on one income and save the other. Getting frugal with your budget and reducing expenses can free up a lot of money to save for a rainy day. The goal is to reduce your cost of living, enough to free up the second salary altogether. You will bulk up your emergency fund and not rely on a second income in the event of a job loss. Living below your means is the best way to prepare for the unexpected. 7. Consider a recession-proof job. Another way to prepare for a recession is to consider for a recession-proof job. Healthcare workers, teachers, pharmacists are types of jobs in demand even during a recession. Expanding your skills is excellent for job security, especially when it comes to working remotely. Companies are shifting towards remote positions now more than ever. Since work-from-home jobs are on the rise, why not consider starting your own home-based business? You can make a great living doing a variety of different jobs at home. Do you agree with our list? Do you have any other suggestions? Please tell us in the comment. I'd be happy to join in on the conversation. Prepare for a recession before it happens. While you can't predict when a recession will happen, it makes sense to always be prepared. Apply these tips to prepare for a recession properly. This way, you aren't taken off guard financially, and you will have everything in place to prevent financial disaster. Living a frugal lifestyle, bulking up your savings, and creating multiple streams of income will help secure your financial future, no matter what happens. If you have enjoyed the video, then be sure to click the subscribe button so that you can check out our videos and help us grow. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.